Hi, Gary.
Um,
How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Um, so, in this series, did it feel like a long time coming when Colin hit the triple down the line that finally, I looked it up, it was actually the first time he had a two-run lead on them since like the first game in 2018. This
Yeah.
never could ever get any type of separation against him in past games. Just
Yeah,
kind of,
that was obviously a big swing and a big moment there. I kind of actually had to apologize in the middle of the game because I pride myself on, not getting in the way of those guys when they're at the plate. I mean, I understand hitting's hard and things like that, and I kind of raised my voice at him because I felt like he was chasing the fastball up over his hands, and he likes it down there a little bit more than that. So little chirp at him, and then he kind of gave me a little stern look back, and then saw my face on that ball and put it in the corner. So sometimes that's the best coaching, just see Coach Jewett's face on the ball. But that was a big bolt for sure. I would tell you, I'll back it up a little bit. I thought the game obviously it was kind of in a lull there for the first, 4 innings or so. Their guy was twisting us up a little bit. Hoffman was doing a good job for us. So just kind of no real momentum, no real opportunities. And the first chance we got, we tried to call a hit and run there with Jared, and just to try to ignite the game a little bit, put some gas on it and light it on fire, just to try to get something going. And hung in there on our approach, and he was able to smash the ball in an open pocket of the field and kind of get us in that first and third situation and kind of get us going. So those are a couple of key at bats for sure.
Jarrett struggled at the plate his first two games. He's been hitting the heck out of the ball in the last. I mean,
Yeah.
that's six hard line drive singles basically in 2 games. Just how impressed are you with the way he's swinging the bat?
Yeah. Well, thank you for recognizing that. We specifically called Jared out in front of the team, and not in a bad way. We just told him that although your bat was a little bit slow out of the gate, remember he's now transitioning from junior college, so there's a figure it out period for sure. And I just told him in front of the team that you're affecting the game. Positively in a lot of ways, even without your bat. I thought he'd playing good defense and, throwing the ball to the proper bases. And I just told him, I said, your swing will come. We know that. You're a good player. You're too talented. It'll come. And then once we put that all together, you can see what kind of athlete we feel like we have there. So he gets on the bases too. And, I was watching him run tonight, and it's just like those long strides. And so I'm real happy for him. And like I said earlier, he's too good to stay down too long. And I really thought he got us going tonight.
How good of a feeling is it to beat these guys? I know it's been frustrating the last.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of teams out there in any sport, right, that you just kind of like going like, that's your nemesis, so to speak, and certainly they've been ours. And you made mention we haven't found ourselves out in front of many of these things. So proud of our guys for that. I think that although we'll only play them one time this year, I guess the cup comes back to Tulane now, so that's a good thing. Blake was hogging that for a while, so it was good. And in a lot of different ways, that obviously was good. But I think even more so importantly was, again, our guys showing the fight, be disappointed, mad, upset, self-reflecting, all those things on Sunday night. Had a day off yesterday. Get up off the ground, dust off, be a quick recovery athlete that we talk about. I thought we trained well today. We did some different things in our pregame, maybe different than a normal, BP in an infield outfield. We were bunting and base running and doing some things that I thought was going to be important to try to kind of ignite us coming off of a day off and a loss, So our infield outfield was more of what we call a team drill. It was all the players were on the field at the same time during our infield, outfield. We were covering bases and throwing to bases, and catchers were throwing. And so I thought our kids were on point, and I thought they really prepared well to come out and do what they did tonight, which is I thought they played a clean game, and no errors in the error column. That's big, right? We talk about security of the baseball, and we did that well tonight. And Hoffman got us off to a good start, and then it was nice to see DeVito get kind of back in there. Thought he made some big pitches, and then maybe try to do a little bit too much a couple of times, but kind of the old crutch came in the game. That's Slagle, right? You've kind of grown accustomed to see how we lean on him that way. And then certainly Keegan come in there in the end. We needed to get him on the mound today leading into this weekend.
Just how reliable is Slagle going to be for you? I mean, you weren't messing around. You brought him in, you got you out, you kept him in for 2 more innings.
Yeah.
And they couldn't really do anything off of it.
Yeah, and what there's a saying in life, it's what you know. And I think we all feel good, coaching staff, his teammates, that when he's going to get the ball, he's going to drive it in there where we call it, and it's probably going to be on the lower quadrant of the strike zone. He's going to be able to change speeds, and he just kind of comes at you, and he's the aggressor. So we feel really good about what he can do, especially being an ability to kind of bridge the game to the back end of that bullpen. I think will be huge going forward.
With Starkville series coming up on the weekend, how important was it to just, like you said, play a clean game? This is a good performance pretty much all the way.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing we can make mention to today. I led off the team meeting before we started stretching today, was like, hey, Mississippi State this weekend, it's going to be big deal, and this and that and the other, and the kids all kind of gave me the stiff arm, like, no, we got this one tonight. And that was kind of my trick, like, we got to stay momentary and present. But I thought it was very important, Gary, that we came out, played a good game of baseball, feel better about ourselves, get back in the win column, so that we can come out tomorrow, have a good day of training, and then we'll pack up GFATs and put it on a couple buses and go hang out at their house in Starkville. So I think it was good for a lot of different reasons, and the most important is just how we feel about ourselves. And this game, you're confident. It certainly helps in how you play. So happy for the kids, and we'll have a good day of training tomorrow. And now I think we can kind of shift our sights to what we know is going to be a hostile environment against a very, very good Mississippi State team. And we'll have to play, like this in a lot of different ways. We certainly going to have to play as well or better, but we'll certainly have to pound strikes, and we're going to have to take care of the ball so that we can stay in the baseball game.
Thanks a lot. Good game.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Tom.